All right, I'm just going to wait a little bit for people to come in. But what I'm going to be doing here is we're going to start off with AMD, and we're going to then talk about FedEx, and then we'll talk about other stocks as well. But the first thing we're going to talk about here, this is for the AMD, long-term investors, what I said, and I'm going to show some examples. Hello, small time. I'm going to show some Marcus. Hello, Marcus. I'm going to show. You hear me, Marcus? Hello, Maria. You hear me, everybody? Okay, good. So listen, I'm going to start with AMD. This is just to help out the AMD board. I'm going to talk about FedEx. There's all a good reason here. I'm going to have a little bit of fun here, a little fun twist, everything, giving informative information. Try to have a little fun here as well. All right, people. So back on on the weekend on November the 5th, I posted a video on AMD. And people, AMD, and this is a game this is for AMD investors. I'm trying to help them out. Show them about options and what I do, just to teach them something. So then all of a sudden AMD goes up. People are probably saying, "Oh, PowerTarget trade is wrong." Oh yeah. And then boom, you see AMD is down right now. I said it would go down slowly in the video, right? I said this is going to just chop around and slowly fizzle away. Now, the bad thing is what people don't get, what they don't understand is we're continuously closing below the 200-day moving average, okay? And there's other factors as well. They're just hugging the 10, okay? So if you're a long-term investor in AMD, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to give you some advice, because you should listen to my November 5th video. But what I'm telling you is this. This stock here is like a deadbeat stock, okay? Threadripper, Ryzen, the market's saying, who cares? Okay, that's what it's saying. It's saying Afankulu to AMD Ripper and Threadripper and Ryzen chip and everything. It's Intel and Nvidia kings. Okay, this is just the reality. You can either fight the market, you want to listen to the boss, AMD longs, or you suffer the consequences of staying in baloney. This can chop around, slowly fizzle lower, and you can stay here for years on end. Listen, I tell you, it can go nowhere, make a little rips and thing like BBRY. BBRY now is BB, same thing. And the reason why I can tell you this is that when there was a good chance with this stock, it continuously failed. Capiche, people? Down. All right. So what I'm trying to tell AMD longs is this. From this day, I've been correct. The stock is lower. Okay, it was $11. It popped. Some longs are going, bro, AMD is going to go to $15 a share. Boom, boom, chop, little fizzle, boom, and then it's down. Lulu did really good. So you understand, AMD longs. I'm trying to be helpful here, and I want to show you a story, the FedEx plan. I want to show you the difference of why you want to invest and why you want to study my stream, follow my stream. That's right, boom. Look at this AMD, just garbage. Right now I'm going to show you something. Okay, AMD board, AMD longs, listen carefully. You should listen to my November 5th video. But clearly, just to say, AMD is going to chop its way lower. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. The market doesn't care about Threadripper and Ryzen and all that stuff. It doesn't care. If it did, we would not be here, people. They would be bricking this up. Now, let's talk about FedEx. I got a great story here. I want to show you. I'm going to show you a video I made. I want to educate some people about something. FedEx. I had the stock clown, laugh at me, give me a flack for this thing. In the end, I'm going to make him look like a damn stupid clown, right? So, people, I talked about AMD as a reversal plan here. And I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to show you that chart here, okay? And then I want to show you the big picture, because I'm a big picture investment guy, people. Okay? So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go to my stream here, and I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to bring it here over to PowerTarget Trade over here, people. And we're going to look at this November 10th plan here, and we're going to look at the options. I want to show you this, and then the video quickly, okay, to make a point here. So look at this stock, okay? Look where we were, 217. This was November the 10th. Look at the options I talked about. At the time, they cost $3.90, okay? Well, on entry. Now, we got a bit better price, okay? Now what happened was, I'm going to go to charts, I'm going to show you what happened, but I want you to see this, okay? I want to explain this. So look at these 230 calls, less than $1 a piece. Do you want to know what they were at, of course, when they confirmed, when I'm going to show you everything, I'm going to explain everything, but look at these option prices, okay? I want to show you something. I want to show you, I want to awaken your mind, okay, to the power of big-minded thinking instead of the small-minded thinking people are doing and suffering in these long-term investments that going nowhere. I told people Apple's a good long-term investor, and you know what, investment, and it's been a very good long-term investment, you know, from the beginning of the year to now. So anyways, people, let me show you, I'm going to show you a video here. Let's go back to the charts, and then I'm going to show you a bit of a video of the outcome of the FedEx, okay? And it's important to see that. Let me get back to the thing here. Live dashboard. Okay, so be patient here, people. So here's what happened. So the day we entered, right? We entered this day, right? On that day I showed you, and then we got the pop, you know. And then they pulled it down. A lot of people were like complaining, oh, what's going on? And I made a live stream. I want to talk about this story because I want to explain to you big picture thinking, not small clown thinking. Okay, so this was down, and I told people, you know what? This is boggled my mind why they did what they did. But you know what? We're gonna hold this position. I talked about support levels, and we held. Then I made an update about I think it was on a Wednesday here, the 22nd November. And I said, you know what, people? This thing is getting close. It's going to pop, and we're going to be laughing. And guess what happened a few days later? Boom! It flew to the moon. Now I want to show you. Yeah, you see that? You go look at what I showed you beginning of the stream, and you want to know what kind of gains we made? I want to show you a video. I want to show you a video, people, of the gains for yourself to see on my screen. Just give me a second, people. I'm going to show you, pull up the video. We're going to listen to me talk.
All right, people. I just want to film FedEx here at $240 around 3 or 7 p.m. And this again is December the 4th. And remember, people, just about a month ago, people were complaining, not assuming, guessing. PowerTarget delivered the ultimate spectacle. People cry about 50% losses, right, people? Look at...
Right, people. So here I am. As you can see, people, look at those options now. $2,000 a piece. Right? Now, the stock clown was laughing at me, ha, 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 when it was a down against me a little bit, right? It was a down against, and everybody, I had to hear a lot of flack. Now, PowerTarget Trade, on that video, November 21, I said the big picture. I said, you watch and see what happens when we boom. And now, you look for yourself. Now, let me show you another thing. Look at these 230 calls. $1,000 a piece, people. Now, believe it or not, well, if you were following this trade, you'll know that you could have bought the 225 calls as FedEx broke up. But I want to show you this, but let's listen to me talk. It's fun. I want to listen to this, what I'm saying here.
Look at these 220 calls now. Go look at I'm going to show you my charts, okay? And the options were $385. Nobody talks about 500% gains in being the big picture. Talk about the little losses, the little picture. PowerTarget Trade is now going to teach my followers the big picture thinking, the visionary thinking, PowerTarget Trade. Now take a look at these 230 calls. These things were less than $1. These went up 1,000%.
All right, people. So I made that video, and there's the proof. And now it's inside my live stream. Now we'll put back to FedEx. So you heard that right. So what's the big picture thinking? Do you think the stock clown could do stuff like this? Of course not. He's a scalper, no brains, man. Destroyed by PowerTarget. And then people, let's never mind about Costco here. So what am I talking about? This vendetta? Boom. I was right. Anyways, people, there you go. Education. And this is an education to the AMD lungs. You're talking to a master. Look what I did. Look what I said. Look at the plan. I defended this trade. I was put through the ringer. I had the stock clown laugh at me. Now, there, stock clown. Look at the outcome. Big picture mind, right? Big picture mind, big picture thinking, stock clown. All right, people. So now that I got that off my chest, so losers are going to happen. But my winners, man, Power Trigger Trade. Billionaire thinking, man. You can't be a stupid scalper and be right like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a stupid clown. That's wrong. The big picture. Let's go to the SPY now, people. Let's talk about the SPY quickly here. You know, I don't know, but people been hearing me talk about plan after plan after plan for the SPY. I've been calling it lower every time there was dips. I defended this market. Now let's look at this. Let's scale out here. And who was right? The big picture, me or Stock Clown? Of course, like I said, people, Stock Clown can't even compare to Power Trigger Trade. He's a clown, right? Hey, grandma, low volume, low volume, low volume. Grandma. You know, I'm trying to have a little bit of fun here, people, but educate as well. But as you can see, people, there are two types of people I want to educate you. The small-minded people and the big picture people. And Power Trigger Trade this year, I delivered the big picture. Even when things don't work out, big picture, I'm right. Billionaires would say, I want this guy. This guy is the guy who's right the whole damn year of the market. We had so much fund managers, subpar performance. How come this guy is right the whole year? Right, people? Look at Lulu, right? So here's the Stock Clown shorting Lulu, right? I'll give you an example. Just a quick thing, right? I told people, I said, this is way, and then whatever, you know, we got stuck over here. But in the big picture, who was right? And you want to know what happened after hours? This went even higher. But who was right? The big picture, the Stock Clown shorting over here, or Power Trigger Trade, where now this is a $70 stock. See, the big fund managers want people who can see the big picture, right? Not the little flippy floppies like the Stock Clown. You know, wrong Tesla. Let's put up Tesla here, TSLA. You know, guy saying sell Tesla, short Tesla, and then it runs 80 points against him. Did FedEx run, people? Let me ask you something. Let me put up FedEx. Did FedEx run 50 points against us? Let's talk about the reality here, people. We entered here. How much points did it go against? Let's talk about this now. Okay, we went 218. It hit a low of what? 244 points against for how long? A day. And then from there on, it was never 4 points against. My point being here, people, big picture thinking calls for real movements, not scalper, no brain thinking, wrong 50, 60 points at a time. Right? And I find talking about the wrong, you know, the stupidity out there, you know, a lot of donkeys out there don't know what they're talking about because they're wrong the big picture, the whole year wrong. BA wrong the whole year, the Stock Clown. The whole year. Power Trigger Trade all year said this is going higher. I made plans all the way from June when this was here. I tell you this, no kidding, people. Plan after plan after plan. Now, who was right the big picture? I had people giving me flack saying it's a short, it's going to fall. And I'm telling you, talking about high-skilled people, so-called high-skilled people in charting. They're no skill to Power Trigger Trade. I squash them all. Because when it comes to the big picture, I've been right the whole year. The big picture, not the little donkey moves that can happen here and there. The big picture. Is Apple higher or lower? Did every plan of Apple work? Of course not. But did more work than not? Yes, they did. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. I'm trying to educate people. Not when I say something, you want to listen to me because I know what I'm talking about. Not the little stupid people who have no. I told people AMD no good over here. Now, instead of being an AMD investor making money, you could have made money in FedEx, 1,000% gains. 500% gains in large options, 1,000% gains in thing. You put $1,000 and you turned it to $10,000 if you invested in FedEx. I give you an example on 10 options, just an example. 1,000 turned to 10. You have heard that right because that's the power of my big picture thinking. So now I got that off my chest now. J&G, yeah, okay. So again, in investing, we're going to have problems, okay? You know, the market is very, very choppy right now. Let's talk about the market. Why are we struggling in some stocks? Okay, but the big picture is we bought. That's why I told people to buy the January calls. Okay, so we're going to start talking about some stocks here. So I already knew because they're not full breakout stocks. Look at the SPY. You got to realize this, people. 258, right? We moved 1,000 points in in less than a thing. We've been chopping, and then we get a big move, right? So a lot of other stocks now they're trying to prepare. Like for example, you know, the reason I got out of it, people say I got right, even though I wasn't wrong about, I was right. MCD, it was just going up choppy. I decided to let it go, but it doesn't matter. My plans are the big picture. Is McDonald's higher? Sure, it's still going higher, right? I just didn't have patience with it, right? Because I mean, other stocks that have been stuck. Yeah, make sure people you like the videos. So like the live stream. So listen, people. you know, J&J, you got to be a little bit patient. But I said to buy the 140 calls, and we are. It's doing okay. You know, this is getting close. It needs time to pattern right now. And you know, it is what it is. You know, stocks don't move. Stocks will move like they'll do things that they'll take their turn, and that's what happened. What I'm trying to give my message to you people is don't forget about the FedEx and Costco lesson. Listen, I'm going to put up Costco here, and I'm going to tell you this lesson too. No, because I'm telling you this is educational, just to wake people up, wake my followers up to the big picture. Listen, people, we got into Costco. You remember this, people? Listen carefully what I'm telling you. We got into Costco. Remember, with those 175 calls, okay? Now you know what the 175 calls did, right? About another 5,000% practically. Well, not about 1,000 or 5, 2, 3, 4. When people talk about, oh, I'm losing 50%, I'm going, but do you see how much we make when we catch the big winners? Are you? And it's only a loss when this trade is over, right? People in Lulu were able to recover their gains in Lulu. But I was right, the big picture. Sometimes things do happen. These are market baloney things that happen of news that set stocks up. But the pattern was bullish. In the big picture of things, Lulu was higher. So, and the same thing would happen. I defended Costco when it went down. So it went down a bit, defended. I said, as long as we hold above 171, as you can see, we never went below 171. And then a few days later, zoom, boom, higher we went, people. You know, again, power trigger trade correct. Huge gains in FedEx, huge gains in Costco, right? Huge gains. So now we're going to be in stocks that sometimes are not going to make us money. Now, I talked about Tesla, by the way. So let's talk about Tesla quickly here. And you know, I like the way that we moved today, and I made look, I got in this before then, but I decided, you know what, because you know this is a high move, but this is a very bullish move. I can tell you this right now. So if I can tell people, if you want to go into Tesla, buy the December 15 320 calls, especially if they take out the high. So if we get above, let's say 314, zoom, boom, you enter Tesla. Now Tesla is a choppy stock, but I think that this thing could pop pretty soon, and Tesla can get to 330 in one day, people, in one day. Okay. And so I like Tesla for long. I'm ready long this, but I'm giving people suggestions who are in the live stream to go long Tesla with the options. So I think the options are like $360 on close. They might cost because I put it on my stream. It's on my stream anyways. Yeah, Twitter. Twitter is you know, Facebook is leading Twitter higher. Twitter is a slow-moving stock. However, I suggested to use the January. Let's put up Twitter here, people. Twitter, TWTR. I suggested to go long the 20 January 19 call, so in the money, because that gives it plenty of time for them to play their games in case there's any problems, and then send this higher. But the stock is set up to go higher, okay? This is the reality of it. It's not the best setup, okay? It's a slow mover. Twitter, you got to realize what the kind of stock it is, right? That's why I want you to go deep into the money, and we waited for confirmation. We received it, but it's slow, and that's why I said to use the January, between the January 20 or 21. No lower than that. That protects you in case you have to go out and take small profits. Yeah, Walmart is still setting up. Now, don't forget, Walmart, you know, Walmart's been giving a lot of signals, but it's getting close. It's still got to get above the 98 zone, right? So we've got the January 100 calls. We continue holding. It can pop at any time, Walmart. It could take another week for all I know. But it is a bullish setup. They were giving multiple signals. It looked good, and what I do is we get in, right? Same thing with NUE. Now NUE, I want to show you something. When I talk about NUE, you know, stock clown again laughing, but the question is that is this really against me that much? Like, I'm not wrong 100 points like the stock clown, or 25 points like the stock clown, right? We're talking about less than $1 here. Now, I'm not wrong right now, as we have a lot of time with those. And you want to know something, people? The options are trading like crazy. There is a lot of option buying. Just like, I want to tell you something about FedEx. Before FedEx made the big move, there was a lot of option buying when it was in the shitter, okay? When it was doing nothing, when it was chopping. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story here because I knew this. Okay, and as I was watching, I couldn't wait for this to move. I couldn't wait to get my vendetta. I couldn't wait because I talked about this stock big time, and now everybody knows what I'm talking about. When PowerTarget Trade talks, you better listen what I'm telling you, because look what happened here, and this sucker can go even higher now. I wasn't just right; I was right with like a Mack truck going through a brick wall. Comprende, people? Like a Mack truck going through a brick wall. I was correct. This whole idea, I was correct. I told the story about this. The big picture, PowerTarget Trade knows what he's talking about. Big time, hugely correct in FedEx. Big time, hugely correct in Costco. Okay, so big time. I know you got to learn how to take the good with the bad. You have to go with the flow. That's why we don't put all our money in one option area. We move them around. Sometimes we're going to be stuck because it's a market, depends on market conditions, and sometimes things are just going to be flying, right? But the big picture is PowerTarget Trade knows what I'm talking about. Of course, well, FedEx is good, but it's hard to get into that stock now. It was good when I talked about it, but back in this area, you know. Now we made massive moves, so it's a little bit harder to make money. I mean, it's in my targets. I mean, it could go higher. It's setting up. I got to take a good look at that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, people. You know, Facebook, by the way, I talked about getting into Facebook already, making dollar bills in Facebook. I guess you can see why. You know, here's your flag, Baba Zoom. I got this in earlier, but there was another entry. What I gave was the higher entry confirmation, which was 175.75. And I gave that during the thing, during the market day for FedEx. I mean, sorry, for Facebook, that we can come up quickly here. So the 175s calls December 15 give us a high probability to make some quick dollar bills. The same thing with the 230, the 220 Tesla. December 15 calls. I think this time we make some big money in that. So thoughts on Apple? Yeah. So Apple, you know, we made a good signal today on Apple, and it's getting close, people. The game playing is almost over, and you know, if you look at what's going on here, you know, you're gonna see here you've got a descending wedge pattern. So I tell you, friends, people, we got the January 19 175 calls. It's gonna happen soon. In fact, tomorrow, if they pop over, if we go over 172, we'll say 172.50, that will be a good signal. Bottom is in, and Apple should be flying higher soon, people. So I got the January 19 175 calls to make us money. I love the signal. I love the signal in FedEx. I love the signal in Facebook, the signal we got in Apple, and the signal we got in Tesla today. Okay, and the signal we got in the SPY. By the way, SPY setting up to go higher, people. So the high flyer short guy is going to be squeezed like a lemon even more. This is setting up to go higher, in my opinion. All right. Take it from me, PowerTarget Trade. I've been correct the whole year about the market. Market's setting up to go higher, not lower. Higher. Big money is still wants to be made. They want to take the market higher, not lower. We're getting a lot of chop. You got to understand here, people. Look what's going on. We had that boom, boom, zoom, boom, 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 boom. A lot of movement, and it's affecting a lot of our stocks. But that's why our stocks are still strong, right? So this is what's making it hard. Yeah. Apple. Okay, so we got a guesser. We got a guesser here. You know, another clown who Apple will tumble. Okay, you're a good guesser. Fine. You know, anything can happen, but for what reason? You know, these are people who talk like that. They have no skill. They don't know what they're talking about. You know, I don't think like that. Look at before Apple will tumble, you need to break a certain level. You got to give us a reason why it's going to tumble. You don't just say. PowerTarget Trade never just says things like the clown. You know, like the stock clown. Yeah, exactly. No skill. That could be the stock clown. Yeah, MCD, Marcus, is going up. MCD is you know, it's just choppy. You know, chopping its way up, and that's why I gave up on it. But some people who held made some money in it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It can go higher. I suggested the January 175 calls. So if you want to hold. Honestly, as long as 172 holds from here, should be okay. So hold it if you want, right? I decided to move on. You know, the idea and plan is good. I just been focusing on other plans. You know, I decided to move the money out of it. I was a little bit impatient. I could have exited with for total profit, at least for some profits. Do you have a mental stop? Yeah, what I do, it's based on the market information. you know, it's not a mental stop. It's more on what the market's doing. Like I had to make adjustments with FedEx, Maria. So that's a good question, but I make adjustments. It's called adapting to the market, TM. That depends. Sometimes I'm getting out very quickly. Like for example, on the last Twitter move, I got out quickly because we failed to stay above the breakout point. Okay, so I got out for small gains. It's okay, you know. But the point is, Chan, is that the big picture thinking of what happened with FedEx. I want people to know because Apple will drop because it's okay. That's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you do that, Ali. You do that. Yeah, people. You know what it is. You know, when it comes to the big picture, PowerTarget Trade has delivered the whole year, right? So people want to guess. You know how many people, I tell you people, like the guy talking, Ali talking about B. Do you want to know people when BA? I swear to you people, I had people trolling me. Are you crazy? It's going to go to 200? No, when we were over here. Are you crazy? It's going to go higher? It pulled back. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Are you crazy? It's going to go higher? 203, right? Listen to people. Listen to me. Honest to God here. I had people laughing at me, saying I was crazy to tell people to go long BA over here. And I can assure you the stock clown was telling people to short BA over here. From here, PowerTarget Trade never said to short BA, except over here I thought there was a bit of a thing. It couldn't confirm. I flipped my idea. I flipped it because I said temporary pullback, but it never confirmed. And so I went back to the long, and ever since, any long positions made money. I did give up on the stock, but the point is, PowerTarget Trade was right, the big picture all year. Stock clown wrong the whole year, the big picture. And we're not talking about scalping. We're talking about a billionaire. A billionaire would say to me, "What's your performance? You said that BA was going to go to higher. You were right, but the stock clown said it was going to go down. Fire that guy. He is a clown." I hope you guys enjoy it because really, that's the truth, right? Look at 45 people watching. It's increasing the live streams. 47 now. Stock Clown never had 47 people watching. Stock Clown. I'm going to make some fun. You know what, people? I suggest you listen to my streams. You know why? You can enjoy it. Enjoy it. Listening. I'm telling you, people, funny. It's sound maybe a little bit funny sounding. You know, some things we're talking, just joking around. But at the same time, I'm giving you a positive, true message of the big picture thinking. You want to think big picture. All my plans are about big picture. You want to study my stream. You want to listen to my videos. You want to take a look at my live, what's it called? My created playlist. Never in the history has anybody made a created playlist like that, where it shows the beginning of a plan, the confirmation, and the ending point. I proved myself already 1,000 times over. My plans, they speak for themselves. All right, people. So now let's get back to Apple. So how many winning plans have we had in Apple? Many of them. It's been tough, Apple. Let's be honest. It's been tough, but you know what? I think these January 19 175 calls are going to make some great monster gains for us. That's my opinion. If they don't, they do not. But it won't matter because I will find us another huge winner, another huge FedEx winner. I'll always find us new winning plans. Because I tell you, I don't know about you people, but FedEx and Costco really helped me a lot. I made some massive gains in that. Because those were stocks I did focus on heavily, even though they were making me suffer in the beginning. Thanks, Jude. Tell that to the stock clown. You know what? What's the reality, people? You remember when I made a plan for Apple? The last one of the biggest plans we made, it was over here. We entered here. It was a slow day. 300% gains. Nobody, people don't want to talk about the big wins. They want to talk about the little losers that happen. But what about the big wins, right? And big picture is, am I right, the big picture? You have to ask yourself the question, is PowerTarget Trade right, the big picture? And the reality is, if you look at over everything I say, I'm right, the big picture. But who's been wrong, the big picture? That's been the stock clown. Wrong, the IWM, the SPY, win, still to this day the guy is wrong for 6, 7, 8 months, 9 months in a row, just like the SPY. High flyer, wrong. But then he shows the guy has no skill. End the story. And it's fun to talk about it because when you want to compare me to him, it's like, well, what has he been saying? He's been crying the whole year. Things are going to go lower. Yet the big picture has been going higher. Do you want to know something, people? Do you want to know something here? You want to know a statistic? That a lot of fund managers have been underperforming the market. That's why you've seen stocks jumping like Amazon and the thing and all that stuff, because they've been they're buying things. They want to show, hey, we make money. They underperform the market because they had the kind of mentality of the stock clown. Right? They have no skill like the stock clown. Very poor. They run management funds, but they have poor skills, management skills. They don't understand this is a new market. Okay, those people are out to lunch, finito, brain dead. Okay, billionaires are even brain dead. I've told people the whole year there are two smart monies: the big smart money and the stupid big money. And you know what? PowerTarget Trade understands the big smart money, not the stupid smart money. The stupid smart money is the stock clown. That's called stupid money. Okay, big money, big picture money is stock, is PowerTarget Trade. The whole year correct on the big picture, PowerTarget Trade. All right, people. You know, I had to vent this, but look at the proof of the matter was FedEx, people. Anyone who missed the FedEx, you go to the FedEx, people. This is a true story. Everybody knows it. I've been in my live streams. People were complaining to me, crying, FedEx. I said, don't worry, people. We're going to hold it. I know. But I tell you, we're going to be laughing. And word for word. Listen, people. Word for word. Was PowerTarget Trade correct or what? Like, so it's my vindication. I do the evil laugh. Evil laugh. It's not an evil laugh. It's a funny laugh. it's a laugh of extreme happiness. I don't know what, championshipness, you know. Stock clown wrong the whole year, big picture. Stock whole year, big picture SPY, big picture win, big picture BA. The big picture stocks, what counts? Where the biggest money is involved. Do you think that the big money was in AAOI? Are you kidding me? The big money's in stocks like BA and FedEx. Are you kidding me, people? Does this stock clown know anything about big money? Big money doesn't invest in junky stocks like AOI. The big money is what makes the market really move. If the big money didn't take this money higher, market higher, squishing the dumb money. You see, the dumb money, the dumb billionaires shorting the market are getting squished like lemons and paying the smart big money. You see, people, that's what's going on. See, you got the stupid big money and you got the smart big money. PowerTarget Trade, I study the smart big money. I don't study the stupid big money. I study the smart big money. That's why you see me write so much. I say, how is this guy write so much? I'm right because I study the big picture. And I'm going to continue studying the big picture. The big picture. All right, people? Dollar bill. That's right, people. That's right. Now, you know, can MCD go to 180? Sure, can. I just lost patience with MCD. But doesn't matter. PowerTarget Trade knows what he's talking about. I study the big picture, not the stock clown. AOI? This is a junk stock. AOI. First of all, they don't even trade options in this thing. They barely trade options. Sure, he was right. He was right on this thing, but he never held this. See, that's the thing. He never held it because he's a scalper. As soon as he's right, he runs. Ah. See, my last SPY trade. You want to know something, people? Here's the reality. The big money's in the SPY, right? The last SPY trade, I was correct. I put a plan for the SPY. This thing massacred. It went way above my targets, way above the SPY, because I was right like a Mack truck. People, the big picture. People trust me. People were bullish. Stock clown is too high. The market, low volume. It's too high. Va va boom, ba ba boom. You follow, people. You see, the big picture, he doesn't have the big picture skill. He's little mind, the stock clown. So I could talk about the stock clown and educate you guys. It's fun, you know. I think it's funny. So people hear me talk about the stock clown, and it's true. You know, I told him I'm going to roast you for the rest of forever because you're so donkey. It's not funny. You know, he likes to pick on me. He says, "Oh, you're wrong." Blah, 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 blah. Listen, stock clown, you're wrong the whole year, man. So quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a clown. you know. So listen, people. You know, Tesla is not an easy stock, okay? But you know what? I say I say we can make money in that, and I love the way it moved today. No, I'm holding Walmart right now. It's been, obviously, not making money in it, but holding it. You know, holding all positions. Yeah, Win is she wants to go. She's been really very difficult, Win. Option wise, it's been very hard to make money in Win. But reality, my calls have made money in Win. It could pop. You give it a couple more days. The December 15 160 calls have been, a person was able to get out with profits many times if they wanted to. Because it keeps trying to go, and then the market conditions. But I can tell you one thing: if you're long Win, I think as long as they hold 157, they can simply pop this soon, right? But it's one of those things. It's stuck between a 161 level and 157. The trade did work. It just didn't make big money. It's going to happen, right? So Win, I can tell you that the December 15 160 calls have been profitable here, here, here. But then if you didn't take profits, and I'm talking about you're able to get out and buy cheaper, it could have been done multiple times, right? So that's the reality of the Win trade. As for Apple, people, listen, I really like today, and I'm drawing what's happening. That's looking like FedEx in a way. So you know what I'm trying to tell you, people. Look, it's going to could take some time, but Apple is going to come back and roar higher for us. Okay, so I'm pretty confident in that. I like the signals. Once the baloney news gets out of its system, they can send it higher. No thoughts on Oracle. What's this Virals TV? What is the YouTube symbol? What do you mean by that? That's right, air control heating. That's why you shouldn't. Yeah, that's right. Stock Clown tries to go. You know what? That guy always. I told him, people, you should tell the Stock Clown, challenge PowerTarget trade, plan for plan on options. You know what? I decimate him. The guy theoretically owes me $1 million. No word of a lie. If he went plan for me, $1 million he owes me. $1 million, people. That guy's broke already. Stock Clown, you're wrong. But that guy gave me a good idea, how to make my live streams funny with truth, and educational, people. Like I tried to educate the AMD longs, and that's what the video. I would love to see Sandro Stock Clown, and yeah, I know, Stock Clown would lose big time. No chance, So Stock Clown can't beat me physically or mentally or anything in life. He can't beat me mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because the guy is an evil guy, in my opinion. He's an evil guy. He's rude to people. Stock Clown, very rude. He fights with everybody. PowerTarget trade, I'm nice. I try to tell people nice things. I'm not rude to people unless they're rude to me. Like the Stock Clown being very rude to me, so I'm rude back to him, right? But I'm also using him as an education tool because the guy is a clown, but he thinks he's right when he's wrong. The big picture. I guarantee you, I would get people to put money on me. That a fund manager would say PowerTarget trade wins over Stock Clown anytime. We want him to tell us what to do because that guy is wrong. Guaranteed, people. I guarantee you. They pay me pay millions of dollars. You run the damn fucking thing. You run the show, PowerTarget trade. You run the show. You run the whole. Our fund managers the whole year are wrong. The market. They made us no money, and you right the whole market. You said BA was going to go higher. And the Stock Clown said the short at 240 and 200. Are you kidding me? I don't want to hire that clown. So people, study my videos, listen to the big picture, man. PowerTarget trade. We're gonna be doing really good. When I see problems in the market, when things don't confirm my plans, that's a problem in the market. But as our plans are confirming, market is a little choppy. That's why I'm using the January calls. And big picture, we win more than we lose. We just got to hold our positions because just like FedEx, listen people, let's get to the reality here. I was losing in FedEx, okay? 50%. Let's get to the reality here, people. But I'm going to tell you the reality. I was losing over here 50%, okay? All here. I had to hear flack. Stock clown. I was getting flack for this. But PowerTarget Trade won big time. Destroyed anybody negative to me. Destroyed. I told you. It's going to go higher. And I said it right in my November 21 stream. I said, we're going to be laughing. Ah, ha, ha. And you know what? One thought, I went in on, I swear to you, I went into December. I got out of my 220 calls for some handsome profits, and I dumped them into the 230 calls, and they cost $1. The 230 calls cost $1, and I watched my options go up 1,000%. Because why? Because mentally I knew the big picture. Capiche, people? Comprende? The big picture always guides you to when the actionary action happens. And when this day came, I had a smile on my face you wouldn't believe. I said now, and then we got more movement. Boom. Then we had that consolidation. Look at this. Another day. Zoom. Pop. Boom. So fast. Look at this. Look how things can change, people. When you got a big picture plan, here's the lesson. Things can change like this. Boom. So don't give up hope. You know, Walmart being a little bit tricky, a little bit socky, but it's still holding key levels. It could give us a quick pop. And such like NUE, making big gains in NUE. Pop. Because I think it's going to pop. You know why? They're being buying call options like crazy in NUE. And I want to show you another reason why. I want to show you a story, people, because I'm going to show you what's called big picture thinking. I'm going to show you with just a drawing, a simple drawing, a PowerTarget trade thinking with tons of skill. All right, so you can see back in the day in July, we had, what does this, people? This is called a bearish, what is it called? A bearish channel, we'll call it, okay? Okay, now, what do we got? We go up, we're creating a bullish channel. Now, they came up, they're playing some games, and I knew this already, but they look good, you know? Volume was creeping up pretty good today. Games happen just like FedEx. You know, FedEx did the same thing. It played some ridiculous games. But in the big picture of things was PowerTarget Trade, right, with FedEx? The same thing here is with NUE. That's why I decided to use the January 60 calls, okay? Plenty of time. Why? Because this pattern can get us here, 64. Then I'm going to be laughing with this NUE. To the stock clown. Because I'm big picture thinking. I'm going to hold this because big picture, until I see something wrong, this can play around. I'm going to hold this because this is going to pop. So that's my reality. So you see, people, so bear flag channel. Okay. Now there's more reasons. I mean, there's a lot of things, but I'll just show you. Bear flag channel, right? Then bull flag. So it's changing. The story is changing. So something's going on in the bear. And I'll tell you another reason why I like this, okay? I want to show you something. Let me show you, people. OC, okay? Okay? I think a lot more than... People don't realize that I have a lot of disposable tools. But look at this is a sector. Let me explain you something here. So they pulled this back. That could have caused... What could have caused the NUE is to temporarily... But this stock here is very strong. OC. Building material sectors, okay? Strong. So this sucker is trying to set up. Look at the volume patterns, right? So this sucker is trying to set up to go higher, okay? So this could have caused the NUE pullback. It's got nothing to do with the technical analysis of anything because it's stuck still. But if we look at the big picture of NUE, right? Like I showed you, people, right? And this is just thinking skills, okay? If we look at the history, when we break a channel, we tend to go higher. They played games, right? Look, it comes back up. So what are they doing here? It's coming. They're chopping it. The same's going to happen here. We're going to get a move, in my opinion. So it's going to be in my live stream. We're going to mark it. And then we'll see. TSA looks like it's going to have a... That's right. TSLA. We're gonna enjoy a nice squeeze to 230, maybe higher. We'll see. If we can confirm tomorrow's bar fast, that'll be very bullish, okay? It depends, right? Yeah, Tesla. Any AMD longs in this live stream that want me to give you to talk a little bit, to give you some advice? Any AMD longs on this live stream? I really had fun with this live stream today. I gotta be me, mad at AMD. Nope, not me. No. So there's no AMD longs. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, I'm trying to help the AMD investor, Michael. The point of this this live stream is to not make fun of the AMD longs, just to tell them, listen, people, I really struggle with this. AMD's failed my plans. I really think it's a bad investment. You don't want to go crazy. Look at. It's the market. I listen to the market. I don't care what they say about the chip, Ryzen chip, Threadripper, whatever the hell they're saying. You know what? I don't care. I listen to the master market. Okay, master market is saying to me, I don't like AMD. I found cool AMD. You understand? Your mom is saying, what's I got to do? Okay, I'm in January. Yeah, DJ Perry, AMD, man. I tell you, I don't know, man. What AMD is one of those things where you can just suffer. It's just like BB. I'll tell you why. I know. Like, I tried to help the BBRY board for years. People, listen to me. I'm not joking here. Okay. No, I gotta show you the weekly chart. Okay, because this is the reality of the stock. Okay. But on a weekly level, this stock is really the same level. If I draw from this point, right, it's the same level. It's been doing nothing for years. And believe me when I tell you, AMD can do the same thing, just playing around, and you're going to suffer. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Unless there's some sort of miracle buyout rumor, that's the only thing that can. Well, no, I'm sorry for BB. What? But there's no skill. This thing has no volume in the weekly chart. There was disastrous volume action happening back over here. I warned the longs for years, people. For years, I warned the BBRY longs to try to help people, and I did help people. I know I help people. For years, people. For years. Meanwhile, I'm spitting out winning option plan after winning option plan. So I'm trying to help them. So I'm trying to educate the longs, people. So that in a positive way. Did I say anything negative? I didn't tell people to sell. I didn't say I was shorting AMD. I just said I don't like AMD. I'm not shorting AMD. Listen, I don't care about. Listen, I don't want to short AMD, nor do I care about shorting AMD. Right? That's not what I'm doing. I look for long positions right now. Majority of my ideas. Yeah, but AMD can go down very little at a time. AMD is garbage, yeah. But all I'm trying to do is I try to help the AMD longs by explaining it. So my video, my live stream, I started it so people can listen to the live stream from start, and they see the different picture between big picture thinker like PowerTarget Trade versus maybe they're thinking small and not seeing the big picture, and they're being trapped by lies of people who say about the Threadripper and Ryzen. Yeah. Tesla looks good to rip, people. That's why I suggested on the live stream today, I suggested the December on the December 15 320 calls, and they are a little higher than what I suggested right now already. But let's say you're not in it, I say if this goes to 314, that's a strong signal tomorrow, and it could go off a boom. But this is Tesla cracked 325 this week. I wish I knew, but yeah, I could. It could crack it tomorrow for all I know. It depends how they handle this signal. What's it called? Who asked me that? Yeah, Medulla. Yeah, it depends how they crack this day. Okay, it depends how they crack this bar. It really does. Because you can see we had something like that before here. They pulled it back, and then we had to move. That's not the case now, because this kind of action to me is a strong bottoming action by this bar, and confirming it could send this higher. It depends how they want to do it. They could just send it like this, boom. Because I think that 330 before this may have an issue. They could take it to and then they might need to play around, and then, because I think they're sending this to go higher, in my humble opinion. But it depends how they smash that 330 well, 332 area here, because the big picture is they want to send this higher. They definitely haven't sent this lower. They had multiple chances to send this lower. They're not. They're gonna show. Yeah, I don't think you can. When you can't say certain things, Ali, because then they have to. You can't say certain things about, bad things, something like that. That kind of language. I guess yeah, they don't they block it. The automatically the YouTube blocks it. Yeah, J&J is getting close. It's a choppy stock, J&J, but we got a good pattern. We got to get above 142. They try to get it. I think they're setting up. I think once we get some power over 142, they should pop it. They were popping it today. Like, look, I'll put J&J up. They were popping it today. We were making some money in this. We still are making some money in this, but then they pulled it back only to rise it. So this is getting close. What we need is to maintain above 142. And I mean, the big picture is if they crack over this, we're going to make massive gains. Massive gains can be made in J&J. We just got to be patient. That's why I said to use the January. Listen carefully. I said to use the January 19 140 calls or the 145, depending, right? Because that gives it time for them to play their games. This stock here, and then this stock can move. This is playing games, and then they can pop at any time. They may, and so we got to be prepared. And if they gave signals, I mean, this is given multiple buy signals, but they're playing games. This is part of the market. This is how it is. Okay, this stock is like that. The stock is like that. But we're going to get a move here. We're getting a move soon, so we should make good money in J&J. Well, I exited in my target ranges, Patrick. I'm exited multiple places. I exited at 225, then I re-entered from 225, exited in the 335 area. I exited my position. But my point is, the big picture of those were massive gains. Those options were very small. I talked about it the whole month. I was getting flack about it the whole month. I even had the clown laugh at me. Ha ha ha! You're wrong, FedEx. Yeah. Well, really, stock clown, you're wrong, FedEx, because I'm right, FedEx. The big picture. You're wrong. You're just a little scalper moron that just posts that he does things but is wrong. So you lost. You're wrong again, stock clown. And your views are dropping like a rock for your channel, because people just realize you just are a clown. When people start to realize you're a clown, they don't want to listen to your videos. Your live streams are dropping. My live streams are rising. Yours are dropping. Mine's are rising. That guy thinks I do this. The guy had a YouTube channel longer than me. I've already surpassed him in views, per views. In less videos, more views. He has 18,000. I don't know how 18,000. I call the stock twits. Must be 18,000. The leeches. The people that are negative, like him. Very crazy people follow the clown. You know what I mean? I say to you people, I say 90% of people on stock twits have no brains in their head. They don't even know what a good quality guy is versus and this is the proof. When you take a stock clown to me and you look at my content and all my great videos and how much you can make money following me, and you look at the stock clown's bad advice, laughing at people, making bad comments, being wrong the whole year, being wrong short Apple from 140, BA, and all these things, it goes to show you there's a lot of nut jobs out there, in my opinion. So I'm really trying to appeal to the very intelligent people out there, which is a very small percentage. Sorry to say. It's just the reality. Yeah, I know. So anyways, people, I think this was a good live stream. I think I talked about everything. Is there something I missed that I didn't talk about? So like I said, people, SPY wants to go higher. A lot of stocks want to go higher. Apple wants to go higher. So if we're going to get a higher market, yeah, Patrick, this is setting up, in my opinion, Patrick, this is setting up. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to make another, I'm going to watch this. I think this is going to need a couple of days. So listen to me, people. I made a video on DIS. I'm going to make another video, but this pullback is really good because, in my opinion, and this is based on a lot of things I look at, they're going to make it easier. This could take some time, but they're going to make it easier for when there is a signal, Patrick. Remember, I gave up on this, but I was right about this, right? I just gave up on it. And in reality, PowerTarget was right again, the big picture. But it doesn't matter because you want to know something? It's not over. In my opinion, Disney is setting up to pop, people. Something's going to come up, so we got to pay attention to Disney. So look at the 110 calls. The entry level will be cheaper than my other video now. I want to see another day of action. I'm going to make an update tomorrow for Disney. We're going to look to get into Disney on the proper signal because we don't. And again, we're going to use. Listen, people. We're going to use the January calls. We're going to use the January 19 110 calls like I explained in the video, and I'm making video updates. So like I said, people, you want to study my videos word for word what I'm saying, right? Word for word. You want to study my created playlist because if you want to see the truth, you want to see a lot of BA winning plans. It's all in the created playlist, people. Don't kid yourself. Go look at the facts, the truth. Stock Clown has nothing like that. Nothing close to what I do. Nothing. You know, this can be a monster winner for us, people. Yeah, I think that this is going to be yeah, Capiche Stock Clown. That's right. Yeah, could be a huge winner for us. What are you talking about, Ali? Anyways, I don't know what you're talking about. Has this been the best? You know, it's been a mixed month because some stocks, what made it my best month, really, I'll be honest with you, was because of Costco. That was my stronger focus on Costco and FedEx. Because if they didn't work out, it would have been bad for me, in my opinion. But they worked out. Because I looked at the analysis and the odds, my system, way I look at everything, they were the best set up stocks. You know, the FedEx and Costco are the best ones. But, you know, I also take other things. But, you know, Apple has not been very good. But I think this next January call, I mean, I'm losing in the January calls right now. But you know what? The January calls, 175 calls, I look at the pattern. I've been in that before. Listen, I tell you people, I lost in stuff. Losing is when I sell. If I sell the options, like I've been trading it too to average it down. But Apple pops a little bit, pops over into the 173 area, I'm making money. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried. It won't take very long. You know, Apple was just popping to 172 just a few days ago, but then some news sets it back. It's just part of the process. But look at how it recuperated today, right? They bought the dip like crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's all baloney with Apple. Apple is a money-making machine. I mean, you know, unlike the Stock Clown wrong the whole big picture year, he was laughing at people saying it's cheap. Listen, that guy doesn't want. I'm going to tell you a true story, people. I'm talking about the big picture. He can say whatever he said. That guy is a clown. He's a moron. This is the reality. I heard him telling people, sell Apple. It's going to fill the gap. No word of a lie. So he was talking about Apple's going to go fill. You have no idea, people. I've had trolls message me telling me I was wrong over here. No, it ain't going higher. Apple's going to 70. It's going to fill the gap. You haven't, listen, people, you have no idea these trolls, the morons I've had. But PowerTarget Trade, I destroy everybody. Everybody destroyed with PowerTarget Trade. I've been right all the time. I've had so many people, I made them look like clowns, like the Stock Clown. So many people. I made the world record holder look like a clown in February 2016 with the SPY. And I followed it up with 5 plans. I was the first guy to make the first reversal plan. Everybody was so bearish in February 2016, people. You have no clue, no idea. And you know, the long-term followers know what I'm talking about. I was the only one of the top 5% in the world called the reversal on February 2016. The top 5, and I had a plan that gained 300% gains in the options, people. That's the reality of my skills. Top notch. Yeah, Ali, I'm not single. I'm a married man, Ali, so I'm not single. Married man. Teenager boys. And my dating days are over. My dating days are over. My focus is on making money in the markets, helping people, making money in the markets, raising a family, you know. That's my focus. Working out, you know, looking good, keeping my health, you know. I am already better than the majority of the people out there my age. The way I keep myself physically, mentally, spiritually. You think the clown matches me on every damn level? On skill, on health, on physical ability? No way, man. Because without your health, listen, you can have all the money in the world. You got nothing, people. Remember that. And Power Trick or Trade, I show it. I talk about health and fitness to tell people, you know what? You don't got your health, you got nothing. You're going to have $1 billion in the bank account, like Steve Jobs, but you don't have your health. You don't take your money with you when you leave this earth, eh, people? You don't capisce, eh? You understand? It stays here. It stays here. So what good is having money without your health? So Power Trick or Trade, I look for balance. Right? You want to be a good person in life. You don't want to be a clown like that guy. Right? You don't want to be a clown like that guy. You want to be a guy who tells it how it is. So you see, people, what does that look to you? You know, let's look at the big picture, clown. Huh? What does that look to you? You know, bull flag, huh? We're gonna fly, people. Don't worry, Apple. We're gonna fly. $200 stock. More than $200 the stock is going to. Big picture, long term. Not filling the gap like the clown said. You know, if it was to go over here, you know how many people I tell you the truth, people. It's a clown city and stock twits. All the people out there, I had people wrong, BA, wrong, too many clowns I decimated. So, I know I'm right, and I can say I'm right because you know what? I'm right the big picture, the whole damn year. And you want to know something? This is what I told Shaya, NKTR. I was looking for a stock for him to go along a biotech. He likes biotechs, okay? No word of a lie, people. No word of a lie. I told him, now my targets were only $35, but look where this stock went. Big picture, I identified this as going to be a big winner. And this year, and we're talking about it, I told him about entering this in May. In less than a year, over 100% gains in the stock. Where is the stock clown be able to make advice like this? He's a guy's grandma, bearish. You know what I'm saying, people? So Power Trick or Trade, not only do I know how to do options, people, I'm also a big picture stock picker. And I haven't been showing you that. You know, the last time I demonstrated my stock was a stock called, I want to tell you a true story, people, AKO. You know what I am, people? I'm a big picture thinker. That's what I am. That's why you see me change the thing. Because I said to myself, I'm way beyond what I know I'm a big picture thinker. Billionaire thinker. All right, so I identified this stock. I also talked about it to go longer. This was another doubler. In 2 months, this doubled from the $14 area. I talked about it going to 24, 28. Look at it, people. It confirmed. There's a video on my. Listen, people. Honestly, if you look deep in my videos, there's an AKO video. Maybe I'll post. I could post the video up, you know, to review it. But I'm telling you the truth here, people. If you look deeply, identified this stock. And this stock doubled in less than 2 months. People, listen, people don't double their share value in 2 months or 6 months. But PowerTarget Trade identifies these kind of things. That's why I was telling some people, you know what? When you have a lot of money, you don't want to just be in options. You want to also diversify in shares. You want to buy shares in the right kind of companies. I'm invested in Apple, right? I'm just saying. But what I'm saying, you want to have money. You want to do some options. You're making some quick money. But then you also want to be buying. When you're making a lot of money, you want to be putting your money and buying stock. But then you need to buy the right kind of stocks that can double. And PowerTarget Trade, I'm the best at that too. I've been so focused on teaching people or doing the option thing. There's just so much that PowerTarget Trade can do, people. So stick to the big picture, man. There's going to be a lot of great things. I'm going to tell people where to put their money into stocks, long term, option trades. Big picture, like FedEx people, I deliver the big picture. I'm not the small scalper, donkey-minded thinker. I'm the big picture man, correct? The big picture. The kind of person that the damn mutual fund managers want to say, let me get this guy to run the damn show. Because our guys underperform the whole market all year long. That's the reality, people. Big picture. I got a big picture plans, people, to help the people out there. When you got a big picture mind like PowerTarget Trade, year after year after year, the big picture. You know, February 2016, the world record holder, I decimated him, made him look like a damn donkey. He ran for his damn life. When it came to the big picture, when he talked about the market and I did, he had a plan that the market was going to crumble. Listen to people, fall. And PowerTarget Trade had the reverse plan. And when I approached him with that, I said, look what I said. Look what you said. He ran for his life. He had nothing to say. They had some of his croonies message me, but he didn't confirm. That's not the point, morons. You guys were bearish, and if it went down, you wouldn't have said that. You would have said. Yeah, I know, Patrick, Stock Clown. I know. Well, people, big picture. Everybody been listening to me all year about the big picture, the SPY, the IWM, the Q. Listen, I made so many. I made updates on the SPY, people. Has PowerTarget Trade been correct the whole year? Don't think that everybody's the same thinking, people. Don't think so. You have multi-billionaires shorting this market, and they've been wrong the whole friggin' year. Okay, no matter how much information they have at their disposal, they're still wrong. Carl Icahn has been short the market, and this big time, but the market is squeezing the damn billionaires out of their money. That's why it goes up higher, and the bigger money's taking the money from the other donkey money. That's what's going on, people. And PowerTarget Trade, I'm about identifying the big picture, people. Not the stupid-minded people out there that you see on stock twits, on Twitter. They don't know what they're talking about. Big picture thinking, people. Every stock I talk about, I'm in. Yeah, you know, Patrick, the guy says he does things but never discloses it. And if he was so good, why does he not get any video? Why is his video watch so low? I said to the guy, I said to him, you got 18,000 followers that you can't crack 100 views on your YouTube channel. Sometimes he's got videos where he's talking about the market, you know, like does market updates. I swear to you, people, it couldn't even crack 100 views. Not even 100 views, and you got 18,000, because it means nothing. You can have 18,000 followers, but YouTube, in my opinion, means something. People don't take the time to view your videos, or come to your live streams. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't mean shit. It means whatever you're doing, they don't find it helpful. And Stock Clown, I already proved it. I told him, nobody cares about what he says. He's a lunatic. Yeah, but that's crazy, Ali. You know, 15K. I don't. What kind of account size do you have? 15K in an options that expire next week. It could go up. Don't get me wrong, but what if it doesn't? Right? I mean, it's a market. Like nothing's 100%. You know. Let's get reality here. What we got to use is a strategy. 70. Yeah. If you have 75K, you put 15K. You're crazy. You don't put 15K with 75K account. You know, one thing is the stock clown talks about money management, and I'm gonna tell. I've talked about money management. Good. Listen, people. 75K. You should have less than 5K in a Tesla plan. Yeah, if Tesla makes money, you want to double your money or triple your money in 5K. But if it doesn't go wrong, if something goes wrong, you have to realize that Tesla is the kind of stock you have to lose 2K, half of your value or even more sometimes, because that's the way it is. There's volatility in the stock if it goes wrong. When it goes right, it pays super large, right? But you got to keep in mind that when things don't go right, you have to be able to absorb the losses. But if you're right more than you're wrong, like my plans, we can make big gains like I showed you in FedEx, capiche? But you got to be right on a lot of plans, people. Okay, but you're taking a 7K cut. That's too much. I think, you know what, you have a good chance to make a lot of money, Ellie, in this in Tesla. It really, honestly, is a good chance they pop it, and especially do you have the December 15 calls for Tesla? Because there's a possibility that we pop. You know what? Here's the reality, people. Let me talk about Tesla. Tesla's a stock that if we get the right direction, in one day it can fix you up. Look at, you remember this day here, people? It went against me, okay? It went against me, sorry, this day here went against me. And then it pops up, right? And we had this option plan that made huge gains, but you had to take profits because they fizzled it down, right? But I was right, the big picture. I had a plan starting from here, and we made big money. The last one didn't work out, but now we got a good signal here that it has a good chance to really work. But reality, people, you can't go big in Tesla. What if it doesn't work? You have to absorb the losses. When I like Tesla, I'll take some chances, but I know I have to absorb the losses. So you have to scale. You want to go in smaller to make the big, quick money in Tesla because of the thing. But whatever it is. So, for example, if Ali put 5K and that 5K turns to 20K, that's big money to be made from a $75 account. Making that kind of gain is good. But then if you lose, you have to be able to handle that loss. Don't say these things, Matthew, because they don't want you posting that. Well, Evigo, is tied to Apple. So Evigo did something bullish too. So again, if we look at Evigo, same thing. If you want to go long this, I mean, if Apple goes up, this goes up, right? So if you realize that, it's the same thing, right? This stock is kind of following Apple. So what do you got here, people? Bull flag. Okay, so well, we'll see what tomorrow brings us tomorrow. What the stocks want to do. Yeah, so we might get a pop tomorrow for Apple. It's a bull flag pattern. It does favor higher prices, AVGO. That is the reality, people. It does favor higher prices, right? Yep. Let's look at FedEx, people. Theoretically, I mean, that's bull flagging right now, right? So can FedEx go higher? Sure can. It's kind of relaxing, right? So again, was Power Trigger Trade right, the big picture compared to the stock clown? Of course. What's new, people? Right? What's new? What's new? Big picture. Stock clown. Wrong. If the stock clown was to listen to me, he would make triple, quadruple the money he makes. triple, quadruple. But he's too stupid to see it. So, oh well, what are you going to do, right, people? So there you have it, people. A great live stream update. We hold our positions. Everything, my plans can fruition to great gains. But if things don't work out, we take our losses, we move on, we focus into the next big winner, because the big winners will fix it up. Like, look, honestly, people, you do the math on FedEx and Costco, and if you held those properly, ask yourself how much money you would have made, right? It's about trying to catch the big wins in the market, right? Sometimes you take small wins, but the big wins, they can fix you up. They can fix 20 bad trades. 20 small bad trades can be fixed with just one good trade. That's the reality of things, people. And that's why we have the odds stacked in our favor when you follow, when you get in good solid plans, even when they don't go. Sometimes good plans, they go against you temporarily. FedEx was against me. Let's get to the reality, people. FedEx was against it, right? I said it. I admitted this in my streams, right? I unlike the stock clown, I don't lie like him. I tell the truth. Losing money over here, but I had faith. I said, listen, people, we're going to be laughing. This thing is setting up. And I seen the options starting to trade, lots of options. I knew it. Even though it was trading, I had people messaging me, it's really, market's going up, FedEx is, I know. And then look what happened. The FedEx is a big lesson, people. I'm trying to teach you a lesson here. Everything's the same way. A lot of plans, sometimes Apple, and then it can awaken the beast. You remember, people, Apple was a junk. Let's look at the reality here, people. Apple was giving us a hard time, right? And then this trade here, I had little gains made here. Little gains made here. I had to exit. Remember this? Then I entered this plan. I talked about it. We're in the chop. So I talked about Apple. I led I led the big winning gains, not the stock clown, PowerTarget trade, with advice that anybody could follow, that anybody with a $2,000, a $5,000 account could make money off the advice of me, off of my powerful advice. Okay, whether you got $1 million account or a $5,000 account, my advice helps anybody. That's my point. That is more powerful. That you need more skill to do that, more skill for that. Okay. To help someone with a $1 million account, it's a lot easier than someone with a $5,000 account. Do you understand me, people? Believe me, you. So, anyways, listen. We entered here, right? And this, in 3 days, Apple paid for this crappy hard time, because we followed it and we stuck to our guns and we took this plan. Now, lately, it's been junky, but it could be good again. That's what I'm trying to tell you, people. And now we're gonna see what happens to those January 19 calls, stock clown, 175 calls. We're gonna see where they go. You small-minded moron. Sure, that's right, Paul. One thing, you got to be more patient, right? You know what? What did FedEx teach us, people? Let's go to FedEx. Let's go to Apple. It's all here, people. Listen to me. This is why I started talking more. You hear me talk the word big picture, because you know what? I started realizing a lot about things. I said to myself, but what the hell I'm doing is too damn good. What I'm doing. The picture is big, and big picture thinking is billionaire thinking in my terms. Okay, billionaire thinking. Okay, a billionaire has big thinking patterns, not. A scalper has small-minded patterns. They don't see anything. They have no skill. The big picture people have the big skill. The billionaires want to listen to the big picture people. They don't want to listen to the small-minded scalper people. Oh, people! A lot of people will laugh when they hear this live stream, enjoying the truth of what I'm saying. Think about what I'm telling you, people. Who do you want to listen to? Small-minded people? A little scalper who has no skill? Who changes their mind 2 minutes after the trade? Or the big mind like PowerTarget trade that defended this trade even on this day here? I know, and everybody knows who's been following me. February 15, I said, you know what? I couldn't believe I defended. I said, let's hold the position. Hold the position, I said. And lo and behold, people, was I right, the big picture? Didn't take that long. Was I wrong like the stock clown for 5, 6, 7, 8 months in a row? Like he has in BA and Apple? And the SPY and IWM? No, people. I was right. How long? In less than a few weeks later, massive gains. And this is the reality, people. Power Trigger Trade, people, big picture minded guy. I'm a big picture minded thinker, and that's my focus on the streams. I'm not worrying for things that are going to go a little bit because I know the big picture. And I know that I will catch us a lot of big picture wins. Don't put all your money in one plan. Divide it up equally into multiple plans. We're going to focus on Disney, people, because I think Disney, if it gives us the signal, though, on confirmation, though, people, we got to wait for my confirmation. I think it's needing time to. I think it's going to be they're setting it up to pop it back into the 115 to the 117 area. But listen, people, it's got to confirm. But it really looks good in my opinion, And this pullback, they're just giving us a good chance to make some dollar bills. But look at the pop they made here. You got to realize this, people. Look at this here. Look at this. Look at this here. $103, and how many days later? 1, 2, 3, 4 days later, 112. Now, I made a plan, and Patrick knew about it, but I gave up on the plan. But that's okay, because the signal is even better now than what I'm seeing. So in my opinion, they're going to pattern this thing. And they could pop it quickly, so we got to pay attention. The stock can move. This is what it's showing us. It's showing us pow, poo, power. Now, we got to wait for the new signal, people. But I made a plan, and was Power Trigger Trade correct? I'm the big picture man, people, but I sometimes have, my patience is run thin, but I was right about, it's okay that I missed the thing. The big picture that I made the plan depicting a move to the 112 area, and Power Trigger Trade, big-minded thinker, was correct again. Anybody with a small account could have profited and doubled their account pretty quickly with Power Trigger Trade advice and a couple of option plans like a DIS, like a FedEx, like a Costco. This is the reality, people. Oh, you went into Dispatcher? Good for you. That's good. Like I told you, Patrick, my plans, they're good. Even when I may stop talking about them, if they confirm, listen to me. I know I wasn't paying attention to it. Good for you, Patrick. I'm really, I'm very happy for you. Very happy. See, there you go, people. Patrick doesn't have like the big, but you know what? Patrick made some good money in his account. He listened to what I said, even though I gave up on it. But you know what, Patrick? It did confirm my plan. You know what it did, right? And my plans are the big picture. And whether I defend them, or what I may give up on them. The big picture. When Power Trigger Trade says something, 9 out of 10 times, people, it's gonna work. Even if I decide to pull the plug, and I proved that with MCD. I pulled just to show. Some people didn't. They held their MCDs. They didn't want to get out of it. They were like probably surprised. What is he doing? That's just Power Trigger Trade, the way I am sometimes. But my plans are solid, people. I'm the big picture thinking. I'm not a wrong like the stock clown, wrong 50, 50, 60, 50 million points. And then it finally works, and guessing, and only catching crumbs. Power Trigger Trade's right, the big picture for massive gains. That's the big difference, people. You held MCD? Okay, good for you. I just, I'm not focusing on MCD. But you know what? I'm telling you, DJ Perry, it can go to 180. Yes, it can. It's going to be choppy. You got the January calls. I hope you guys make great money, because Power Trigger Trade wants his followers to make great money in the markets. When you do good, good comes to you. If you know what, I'm happy that you made money in MCD. Even though I don't make money, as long as my followers made money on something that I recommended, believe me, people, I'm happy. I'm a happy person when other people do well from my advice. I'm a happy person for that. I'm trying to do something good. Unlike the stock clown that my advice is good. He says a lot of baloney about me. The point is, my stuff is good. My stuff is good. My advice is kind of advice where it's like, pay this guy a couple of $1 million to run the show. That's the kind of advice I think I give here. A couple of $1 million, pay him. Not the stock clown. They wouldn't pay him. They throw him out the damn window. Watch him fall down flat over the floor. Yeah, both you know what, Paul? LVS and Win, the same thing. They're just very difficult moving, choppy, sloppy moving up. But it wants to go. Win could pop at any time. That's the thing. It's very nerve-wracking. Win has been very nerve-wracking because it's been profitable. The reality is those calls I talked about, the December calls, they're WYN. They've been profitable, especially when they hit this high. You know, Stock Clown has been wrong, the big picture, all the way, people, no word of a lie, from 106. This is where I met that guy. Now, who is right? Let me ask you people a big picture question. Who's right? PowerTarget Trade saying that the Win is going higher? And what would the fund managers be saying now about Stock Clown versus me? They throw them out of they throw them out of building. Stock Clown, you're finito, you're finished, you're through. What a great video I made. I made my points in my live streams. I talk about the things, and I'm awakening people from their slumber, people. Awakening from the slumber. You know what I'm saying, people? This video, this live stream, whoever's listening to this live stream, awakening to show them the big picture. Yeah. The big picture, people. The big picture. That's what I'm about, people. And it's about the big picture. And I'm right, the big picture. You look at a lot of my stocks that I talk about, Lulu, right? Even though it didn't work out right away. Was I right, the big picture? And you want to know they had earnings? Was I right, the big picture, people? You know that question. You know the answer. Was I right, the big picture, telling people to go long Win? Let's talk reality here. Was I right, the big picture? Was I right, the big picture? You know the answer. Was Stock Clown wrong? Was I right, the big picture, making multiple winning plans for BA? People telling me I was wrong. Who was right? Big picture, me. I massacred people. Massacred them. So many people on stock was massacred. Massacred. They have no power. Nothing against PowerTarget Trade. They cannot compare PowerTarget Trade. Reality, people, I decimated the clown. Finito the clown. Finito. Anyone who was bearish this market is looking like a big clown today. I won. End of story. Finito. Finito. Look at the big picture. IWN. I made plans talking about a high WM. I talked about the flag. You remember, people? What did I say? What did I say over here? You could see me drawing this, and I said this in one of my live streams. Let's look at the date. Let's look at the date. Yeah, November 15th. I sure talked about this November 15th. Remember, I had a live stream November 15th. It's a Wednesday, right, people? I drew this out. Bull flag. Was PowerTarget Trade correct again, people? But come on, people. Was PowerTarget Trade correct? The big picture? Now, was the clown wrong, the big picture? Of course the stock clown is wrong, the big picture. Anyways, people, that's enough for me. I had, you know what, I had to get this off my chest, you know, to show, you know what, I have this video because I'm going to, when anybody tells me about a plan or a trade or whatever, I'm going to say, well, why don't you go look at my Costco and FedEx trade and tell me about 50% versus 500% versus 1,000%. Come on, people. It's no word of a lie. $100 options turn to $1,000 options in a couple of days. You follow me, people? So, people, I'm a big picture-minded thinker. I don't care about 50% losses here and there. You understand, people? I really don't care because unless it's a loss, it can turn into a big win. I've had things go against me. I was in stocks like GS. It was against me 70%. It goes for me 100%. Because PowerTarget Trade was right the big picture. If you're right the big picture, you can always make your money back. When something goes wrong, and they rarely do, we take our losses and we move on. That's how you make the big money in the market, people. And that is my message to you people. This is, of course, this is a business. That's my message to you people. My message is that the big picture thinking you want to study from the big picture minded people like PowerTarget Trade. I've just demonstrated the big picture thinking all year. Stock Clown has demonstrated small minded thinking, no brain thinking, wrong thinking, complicated thinking. Big picture, wrong. A lot of fund managers say, out the door, Stock Clown. Get out of here. All right, people. Listen, I had fun with this. I think you know, I'm working hard, people. I'm working hard to build a very powerful, helpful community. Going to be announcing some good, big news. Um, and yeah, I did, and that's my intentions, to do good and big things. I go to church every week. Uh, I ask God to keep giving me keep making good decisions, uh, keep making me improve, help me improve. And that's what I've been doing, people. Improving astronomically. So, uh, talking about a stock clown, if it's fun, it's fun to talk about wrong. But in the end, I know vindication, power, trick or trade, correct the whole damn year compared to the stock clown. He's finito. And the story, I won. And we're going to be doing a lot of good things, people. I'm honestly, we're going to focus on Disney. I think Disney can be a big winner if it could confirm. We're going to look for that confirmation, people. Disney, it could be big money, because and it can come just like it could come in a rush again, like a FedEx. Yeah, well, of course, he does. He loves everybody. But that's what me, people. Even to be sometimes, it's sometimes even to talk. I say to myself, why do I bother talk about the stock clown? And it's not even a Christian thing to. But that guy, I call him an evil man, and so to me, to talk about him, to say you don't want to be like an evil guy like that guy. Power Trick or Trade decimated the evil person. That's one way to look at it. The guy's evil, but I want to focus on positive things, people. The positive, making money. It's a market, people. Nothing's 100%, right? Anybody tells you that everything's 100%, they're out to lunch, because there's no such thing. What we do is we use a strong strategy. We try to make money, and when things don't work out, we cut our losses, we move on, and we focus. And what my studies show is we focus on the big plan thinking, and we trade properly, we'll do very well. He must have. Oh, okay, sure, Patrick. Anyways, people, listen up. It's 10:51. I'm gonna go to sleep. And I think this was a good live stream. A lot of people showed up, but we're going to make these live streams more information, a lot more informational. Well, they are. A little bit of comedy. I can't make them long like this. This is too damn long. They got to be very condensed, an hour at max, because I got to save my energy for everything. I mean, there's a lot of work I do, to do this markets. There's a lot of things I'm doing, people. I got to save my energy, people. And do this live stream, taking my time to do this is energy consuming. You know what I mean? So that'll be it for tonight, my friends. Stay tuned. Remember, study. Like the live stream, people. Like the live stream. The Stock Clown doesn't like that. I like seeing the likes. Like the live streams. Like the videos. Like. This is a lot of work, people. But something's good going to come out of it. I know something's good going to come out of this, what I'm trying to do here. A big picture that I have. So there you have it, people. Have a good night. Like the video. Like the video. That's right, people. It's all in good fun, right? You gotta. I try to put a little funness into this stuff. That's all that stuff I do with like the video and the pointing and all that. That's just to put a little bit of thing, to pay attention. This is to make a little bit of I don't know, something interesting, unique. That's all it's about, people. And you know what? If right people are not going to care. They're not going to look at, say, oh, he's pointing. No. You look at the content, what the person is talking about. If you're a smart individual, you're going to look at the content of the individual. What is this individual saying? Is he saying the truth, or is he baloney? And Have a great night. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to go sleep, people. This I honestly wanted to stop this video, but a lot of what people came in today. It's one very good. It looks like Wednesdays are going to be they're getting hotter. You know, I want to see the live streams grow, grow, and grow, and grow, and grow. That's the targets I have. The problem with live streams, not everyone can come to them, but they have been getting bigger. You know, my average is way bigger than before. We had an average of 45 people watching, drops to 30, 35. It's been 45. It's pretty, you know, a lot bigger than the Stock Clown ever had in his live streams. The max he had is probably 2022, right? Stock Clown. But you know what? The live streams are for the really serious people. The serious people are going to make their time to come to live stream. And people don't know I'm making live streams still. A lot of people don't know it. You know what I mean? Or they can't come to it. But then they will. Slowly, slowly, people are going to come, people. Yeah, the live streams are getting bigger. Anyways, people, it was a great live stream. I great for the hope a lot of people got a lot of good out of it. I hope some AMD longs. I'm just telling you the truth. AMD longs. You know. I made a video to be helpful, not to be unhelpful, but to be helpful. You could have come and made money in my FedEx plans, for example. So have a good night, people. Power trade over and out, people. Have a good night. And don't forget to like the live stream.